Graphing ellipses 2.1d. We're graphing ellipses horizontal to start. The same equation from 2.1c because it'll make it a little bit simpler. And we're going to show you today how to graph them. We know that's horizontal because the larger number is on the underneath the x squared and not the y squared. First, you can do your vertices, which is plus or minus 4, 0. You can go out about 8 because your major axis is going to be 8. You're going to do your 4 plus or minus. Don't mind this, I meant to do it on the x-axis and accidentally did it on the y-axis. So we'll just start that all over. About 4 to the right and then 4 to the left. Labeling them both V for vertices. And then you can do your major axis, which is basically the same thing. You just look over it, or you can underline it. Both work if it's like asked on a test. Then you can do your minor axis, which is 4. So you're going to do about 2 up and 2 down. And then you can do your foci, which is approximately plus or minus 3.46, comma 0. So you can go just over the 3 on each side, marking them with an F for foci. And then you can start drawing your circle, starting at your vertice and hitting that minor, back to a vertice, and then all the way around. It should essentially look like a football when you're done. And next, we are going to be doing graphing vertical ellipses instead of horizontal. We can make an equation up for this one. It'll be best if we do basically the opposite of last time, where we have y squared have the largest number. So we can do 4 and then plus x squared over 4 plus y squared over 16 equals 1. And then we know that it's vertical because the placement of the largest number. And then our vertices are going to be, so it'll be 0 plus or minus 4, unlike 4 plus or minus 0, as we've seen in the horizontal graphing ellipse. And then we can do our major axes, which will be the same, but vertical this time. So it'll be 8. Oh, I'm sorry. It'll be 8. And then we will do our minor axes, which will be 4, because 2 times 2 equals 4. And then we can do our foci next. We obviously do our c squared equals a squared minus b squared. And you'll get the same thing, which is 0 plus or minus 3.46. And then now you can graph it. It'll just basically look like flip-flop to the last equation, because that's essentially what it is. You can do just about the same amount of tick marks on each side, or more if you'd like. Depends on how you like your scaling. We can do our vertices, plus or minus 4, that are actually on the y-axis this time because it's vertical. And that's our major. And now we can do our minor, which is 4. So 2 over left, 2 over to the right. And then you can do your foci last but not least, 3.46 up and then down. And then you can circle around. And this doesn't look as ovally as it should, but that's essentially what a vertical ellipse looks like. And now we have an example, 2.1d. We have a horizontal equation, and we know our a equals 6, our b is 4, and our c is 4.472. And then if you look, you can see that our vertices will be 6, 0, because it's a horizontal equation. And then our foci will be 4.42, 0. Our major axis will be 12, and our minor axis will be 8. And again, we know that it's horizontal because the 6 squared is underneath the x squared and not the y squared. You can do your vertices first, so 6 right and 6 left. And then label those with a V. And then you can do your foci, 4.472, just over the 4 line. Labeling those with an F for foci. And then you can do your minor axes. And then that's just your major axes. And then your minor axes, you'd go 4 down and 4 up. And then you'd circle around. This one should look just like a football, like our first one. And there you go. There's your ellipse.